Hello, I'm Kråkan, also known as Chorus Cornix, and welcome to YACC, yet another Crowcast where I pick a game, I play it for a week, and then I talk about it. This week's game is Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles for the PS4. It was released in 2017, developed by Prideful Sloth, published by Prideful Sloth and Murk Games, and also there will be spoilers up ahead just so you know. But first, a little backstory. So I asked a YouTuber named Shawna Games to pick a game for me. She's overall a nice person. She mostly plays Sims 4 and Animal Crossings and such, and she generally plays casual, cute games. And I think I know why she picked this game this week. So the game starts you out with a customization where you can pick between a girl and a boy, and you can change hairstyles and hair colors, body shapes and body sizes and eye color and stuff. And so the story gets told to you that you were once a younger boy, I guess, or younger girl, and you fled from this place called Gemea or Gemea or something like that, because there was a dark kind of force that poisoned the world. And one day you will return to this place by the help of the celestial compass, basically a tool that guides you. It's basically the quest tracker in this game. So cut to you on a boat. You're on this way to Gemea, and you talk to the captain, and some bad weather is brewing, and lightning strikes the mast. And a spirit called Aaerie or something like that saves you from the storm. And you wake up alone in a cave, and you can pick up things. So this game is an adventure game. You pick up stuff, and you have like an unlimited inventory because it's practical that way. So you want to pick up everything because this game has a lot of crafting and stuff. So you can make stone bridges and all these kind of things. You can craft tools and not tools, but other things as fences and whatnot. There's a lot of customization and different kind of jobs, but that's deeper into the game. So exploring the cave, I find this glowing stone, which when activated, released a spirit called Lumi. So there are like 26 of these spirits, and you need them to clear what's poisoned this land. It's called the Murk, and it's basically a purple mist thing that you need to clear off, because during the progression of the game you need to clear off this Murk to actually get somewhere in the game. So anyway, I got out of the cave with the help of the spirit. She cleared some Murk, and a lush landscape of bloom and everything. Like it's this game is like Wind Waker artistically, so there's a lot of blooming, nice warm colors, a little bit cartoony. It's breathtaking. So Lumi tells you to go to a town nearby and talk to an old man, I presume the village elder, and he's called Master Low. You go there and you get some food in your stomach and some well-earned rest. And he sends you out on quests. There's like a farm nearby that needs to be repaired, and there's something down at the docks. I think there's some repair tools or whatnot. So this is basically what you do. It's a fetch quest game, and this game is unique in another way. It doesn't have any enemies, so you can't die in this game. It's very friendly. I was kind of puzzled how I was always like waiting for an enemy to appear, like a boss or regular like mobs, but no, nothing like that. It's just a chill game that takes away a lot of hours, because when you sit down and start to play this game, you just go from one quest to the other. I'm just gonna do this, and all of a sudden it's like 1 o'clock at night and you have to go to work. So anyway, you do small tasks and you find these spirits throughout, and I found a spirit near a farm. So all these spirits or their names reflect sort of their personality. Some are grumpy, some are happy and whatnot. So I really like that concept. So I started up with the main quest, which is to repair the Cloud Catcher, and it's this white large tower that reaches up to the sky. It's surrounded by Murk and it's broken, so you have to repair it. You have to get a silk sail, and you have to get some parts and some kind of energy source, and they're scattered throughout the land. So you have to go to a mountain. It's a really epic climb. It's surrounded by snow and everything, and you climb this mountain and you get to the top, almost to the top, and the theme changed dramatically, because inside the mountain there's lava flowing and there's like a forge, and it's really cool. And you talk to this lady, and she will help you get the parts you need for the the Cloud Catcher. So you do a little quests here and there. You pick up some ore, you trade it in for the parts and whatnot, or so that she can make them. And the silk sail is another part where you need to, how do you say it? You need to like free a spirit, wait for some like butterfly or moth cocoons to do some silk for you. It was cool. You have to wait a couple of days for this. So yeah, and I think you also need the silk. You go to a small town where a lady actually makes you the sail, and there's some questing forward and backward. But where this game really shines is the exploring part, because once you get enough spirits, the game opens up to you. You clear up Murk and you start to go through like treasure chests. You can find all these kind of things. And there's a lot of customization in this game. You can find like top hats and butterfly wings and all these kind of cool stuff, and you can even like change your hair. So one of my favorite things was making my character as ridiculous as possible. So I got like a top hat, and I found this, they're called like shampoo, but what it really is like hair dye. So I found it like a rainbow dye, and I also find like a new haircut, and I made the most ridiculous kind of thing with it. So there are other colors to the shampoos, like yellow, red, and green and whatnot, but just doing it was fun. And this game is beautiful, and you go here and there and you find all these kind of interesting things. And on the way, you want to make this the land of Gemea happy. So there's like each section of the land, if that makes sense, like each part of it has like a happiness meter. So if you clear up like 100% of the Murk in that area, they will become a little happier. If you build a farm in that location, which is a whole different thing that I didn't want to go too deep in, but you can customize a farm and you can bring in animals and you can get like milk from cows, and there's a lot of stuff to do, and also helping people with their problems, like small quests, like getting something for them or doing something, all these kind of things. And you have these professions also. I don't think I talked about it, but you have like different tools at your disposal. So if you want to build like a stone bridge, for example, you have to talk to a master and get like an apprenticeship, and you get like blueprints to build these stuff and things. So you have like a hammer, and that's used to break things like stones and wooden crates and different structure. You have like a sickle that cuts grass, so grass is also like a crafting tool. You can make like rope and stuff, I think, or twine. And there are all these other kind of professions. Like, hey, I think like tinker is one of the others. I didn't go too deep into that, but you can make stuff, and you can also become like an apprentice carpenter. You can build things for your farm and whatnot. So I just scratched the surface of this game, and it gets deep really fast. So I like the whole idea of exploring. And usually when you arrive at a location, you will find these weird heads with glowing eyes, like a stone structure. And these are teleports to the spirit realm where Aaerie just stands. She's actually a bit creepy, this black ominous thing, but she's really nice. But anyway, you do these quests for these stone heads, if that makes sense, and they open up to this realm. So you basically get like a shortcut, so you don't have to run all over the continent. You just do a little quest. And there are also these teleports, which is an interesting concept. They are open, like there are two different portals. They're like the night ones, which are open at night, and the sun ones that are open during the day. So they quick teleport you to the other side of the continent. It's actually a nice little traveling thing, because sometimes you don't have enough spirit to clear off Murk that is in the way, so you have to bypass it. And I did some skipping, just because you climb up on a higher ledge and you can actually jump over some Murk. But in the end, you have like so many spirits that it doesn't matter. You don't even need all the 26 spirits to clear off all the Murk. The end of the game is basically you fixing the Cloud Catcher, and you realize that you were the chosen one all along. Spoilers, I guess. And you will rebuild the Cloud Catcher and everything. And all the Murk is gone. So that's the end of the game, basically. So gameplay. Help the people of Gemea to get rid of the Murk and help them with their daily lives quests and restore the Cloud Catcher. Control, triangle brings up the inventory and crafting and everything, all the recipes that you get throughout your journey. The square button talks and interacts, and the X button jumps. So there's this funny thing with the character does. So you can't take fall damage in this game. So if you jump off a ledge, he the guy or the girl takes out an umbrella and you glide like safely down to the surface. A really colorful umbrella to add to the collection, I guess. And the left stick moves the character and the right stick is camera. And thank God there is like this thing I hate with camera systems, and they fixed it. So if you can't invert the look on the y-axis, it's terrible. If you can't do that, the game is broken. So I'm glad that this game had this option to invert it. Options brings up the options menu and pauses, and the D-pad, it kind of shows, like if you press up on the D-pad, it shows like the quest logs. You can use the celestial compass to guide you to your target where you need to go. It's basically a quest marker, as I said. And if you press down, it brings up the map so you can see the happy meter on the different continents, and you can place like a marker with X, so you like a self-made marker, if that makes sense. Graphics. This game was made in Unity engine, and it looks like a crossbreed between Zelda, Wind Waker, and Animal Crossing, and it has this cute kind of vibe to it, if that makes sense. And it has this blooming effect where when you're out in the daylight, everything kind of radiates light and it's lush and everything. And there was one thing I didn't talk about, but this game has an in-depth year cycles. You have months and days and whatnot, and they changed the seasons, so from spring, winter, autumn, and yeah, you get the idea. So if you're outside, like the landscape doesn't change much, but if it is like winter, it will snow and it will rain when it's like the fall and everything. So it has this cycle to it, and it took me like 2 years in game to beat it, but I think it's like 30 days for a year. It's really like a shorter cycle to it. Sound and music. Stefan Schütze made the music for this game, and it wasn't really clear though. They referenced like a sound library, and I couldn't find that many like soundtracks on YouTube when I was searching it out, so I don't know. Easter eggs, secrets, and glitches. So there is this island called Troll Island, which has a troll village on it, so it's really hard to get to. You have to clear out some Murk, and you have to build some wooden bridges, but when you get there, it's literally a village full of trolls that criticize the games. So they say things about the interface or whatnot, and how the game looks so crude and simple and whatnot, and I thought it was funny. It's the developers know exactly what they were doing. They probably took all the meanest comments from the internet and just put it there. It's brilliant because it's really hard to get to this place, and when you get there, it's like this troll village with literally like poop piles and stuff, and I don't know. I like this kind of humor, I guess. So in conclusion, I wrote yes. If you love the Zelda, Wind Waker, and Animal Crossing, you will love this game. So this game is one of those games, if you just sit down and play, you totally forget about the time, and I'm just going to do this one quest, and then you do one other, and all of a sudden it's like in the middle of the night and you have to go to work. So I'm really happy that Shawna made me play this game, because I forgot how good it was. The only bad thing I can say about this game is from the start you get bombarded, like in the tutorial section on how to play the game. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot of crafting and recipes, and you pick up a lot of stuff. It's not just like, you pick up a flower. No, you pick up everything. It's a collectathon. So if you want 100% this game, it's a real hassle, because you have to make the world happy and clear all the Murk. But the main quest actually, is easier than most of the others. You just go about your daily business, and you always find something along the roads of the main quest to do. So it's easy to get sidetracked. So I really like this game. Thank you, Shawna, for picking it for me. So anyway, thanks for listening and or watching, and take care.